put that goal in, and I always say it doesn't have to be a big goal. Just a little bit. Even if your goal is to, I've got clients who came to me and said, I just want to breathe a little bit better when I'm playing with my daughter.
Wow.
That's a goal.
Wow.
As soon as they realize that they can run now on a treadmill for 10 minutes and monitor their breathing, then they're like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. Following month, they have another goal. Now they can run their daughter. Now they're thinking endurance. I need more endurance. They go for it. And they start looking at their arms and saying, I would like it to be a little bit smaller. They go for it. So step by step, you get into a goal until you get to a big goal.
I had a friend say the other time, says, when you need to go to gym, it's when, before you sit up from the couch, you start planning how you're going to sit up from the couch. It's like
that's a good one.
Good day and welcome to the Dialogue Podcast. Today we've got Mr. Sthe Matseba, professional personal trainer for 12 years and founder and owner for Alpha Health Fitness Professionals based in the northern side of Joburg. Welcome.
Thanks for the introduction, man. That is good.
Yeah. So how are you keeping, by the way, just before when we start, how are you keeping with the pandemic? I know it's affecting a lot of jobs. How are you guys doing in your space?
Now I can tell you right now, my man, it's been really tough. And when I say tough, I'm not only talking about the finances. It's also just the motivation, to continue as a personal trainer during these times, because obviously you're dealing with a lot of the market has gone a little bit bigger. Because even people who are not personal trainers right now, they are creating this content and stuff.
Yes.
So if you're actually not catching up with the times and the trends at the moment, you find yourself being forgotten. Which is a great fear for any personal trainer. By the time the lockdown is lifted, you've most probably just faded in the way. So that's why you have to keep
out of date.
You know what I mean? So that motivation when you see new people coming through, the older you are in this field, is the more you can feel a little intimidated when new things come through.
For real, I would have thought I would have thought, Uti, with your experience, you would have built up your name. So I think with the brand, you'll be able to feel more comfortable and maybe even have your regulars or something like that. Your name is out there. Are you saying that? I think you were alluding to the video training and guys getting involved in that when you said there's new players, right?
It's more like I believe you know soccer as well.
Yeah.
It's more like a senior player who's around 31, 32. How they feel when a new youngster comes through. A new youngster comes with new ideas, new concepts, and all that stuff.
Yeah. True.
While for you, who's been a legend in the game, it's just sometimes feel like people are now too used to you. So that's why you have to always come up with new things. That's why I always start new things, do refresher courses, so that I can always be just like any 18-year-old personal trainer. But it can be intimidating because new trends come through, and most of them are mostly acceptable for the younger generation. They easily adjust to them because they are trained. While for us, we are more robust onto the basic knowledge, while with them, it's more like the trends that are out there. So you have to just adjust,
mix it up,
get into the trends, and then see how it goes.
Are you doing, Kozana, the Zoom? I think I remember when lockdown started, you were doing Zoom classes. Is that right?
We do those online sessions, whether it's a group or it's with your personal clients. You can do that, and I think every personal trainer, I think they're doing that right now. So use any platform that you can get. You can even use FaceTime these days. Just to keep yourself relevant until the lockdown has been lifted.
But what is it the same? I've always wondered because I remember when it started. I think a lot of people, since they were confined indoors, started exploring the online Zoom. I think some other people were doing it through Instagram Live and all of that stuff. Is it the same? Or is it just maybe the best? Do you see that continuing after the pandemic, or that personal touch is personal training? Is that personal touch is gonna go back, or is it gonna remain there, cloud-based, if you wanna call it that?
You know what's interesting about human beings is that when they feel like there's no other option, they really enjoy the option that they have.
Yes.
When they feel like there are many options, because I've been doing online training even before lockdown. However, I wasn't getting as much attention or clients back then because gyms were open, sports places were open. But as soon as people are just conditioned into knowing that, listen, I'm not going to go to gym, so I might as well just stick to online training. So for now, I believe it's just that concept that, hey, listen, I've got no other choice. It will be very interesting when people do have a choice. Whether they will remain with the online training or they will go back out there. But that's what I've said earlier in the interview when I was saying, with the new guys, with the younger trainers, that's where they normally have the edge. They've been living on their phones as per generation norm.
Yes.
While we, on the other side, we like going out there into the field.
And personally, I'm having difficulty. I think when we tried to set up this interview, and I was saying to you, I've got a difficulty trying to train here in my house, because I think I need that separation, that I'm actually going somewhere to do something, right? Rather than I'm in the house, I'm training in the house, I'm doing everything in the house, I'm already working from the house. So that going to the gym gave me that, sort of release where I can go and maybe even mingle with other people. But as you say, the times necessitated would say we are here now and we need to train. But personally, as soon as the gyms are open, then I'm gonna be back there. Maybe I'm old school.
So
maybe I'm old school, man. But I just feel it's a different vibe. I think
there's just added things that you get from the gym, the social aspect of it.
Exactly.
A lot of equipment to stimulate you.
Exactly.
Because it's not only just about the workout itself. It's the stimulation, just seeing different things that you can literally go to. It's even hard to change a session. You can change a session at the gym. When you feel like maybe a session is not working out for you, or you can change it because there's a lot of things you can do.
Exactly.
At home, once you're no longer interested in doing a chest workout, it's very hard to change it to a functional training session, because when you look around, there's not much to do.
And I think as well, I think you have to be super disciplined. I think you have to be super disciplined to train in the house, man, because there's so many distractions. You understand? The fridge is here.
Everything is right there.
The fridge is here, the TV is here, So you might sit and you're like, okay, I'm planning to train at 4, right? And 4 comes, and then just before 4 you were on some social media and something takes your attention, right? And you start following that topic or the trend, and all of a sudden now it's like 4:30 and you're like, I'll start at 6. And then at 6 there's something else. Exactly. And then, so I think you have to be like super disciplined. But I think with people like you, like personal training, that can help, because if I'm a client, I can make a commitment to you, you make a commitment to me. So it's not only about me at 4 o'clock that needs to train, right? It's us, we need to train. So I think that will help maintain that rhythm, I think.
You're right there. And I think that's why people who have personal trainers have no problem continuing to train, because they've got this person who's always there. And even if you cancel, he's still gonna ask to get another slot tomorrow. So in any case, it's just always in your face.
So
that's why people are not really that bored when they're with personal trainers. They've got someone who's watching you. It's a little bit different animal altogether when you are alone.
No, like I said, I've had a difficult time because of COVID, man. I used to go to gym religiously, but I can't religiously gym at all. It's very difficult, And things always come up. And I knew when I was at the gym, I could just block off time. So I'm thinking maybe I should start looking at getting a personal trainer myself, because for me it's just hard. So we'll look into that. But I think with gymming as well, there's a lot of mental aspect to it. Just gymming purely, even before the pandemic, it's just the mental side of it.
That is true. That is true. It starts with the mind. You've been saying, you've been training religiously. You know that when you get to the gym, there's just a certain way. That's why some members will actually even prefer not to converse with us before they get into their session, because we might just take away that edge. Even during your session, there is just that your mentality has to be in the right place for you to be able to go, because gym is not nice. I know we always say it's nice because obviously it gives us those nice physique and stuff, but it's not nice. You're actually putting your body in a strain. So for you to be able to go through it, that's why it's important. I always say this, and I always say I don't care how boring it can be when someone hears goals. You always have to set the goals. Without the goals, it's impossible to put yourself to actually make sure that your mental capacity is right on par with what you want to do.
On that point, what would you say? Just the first, maybe even one or two, the first thing that someone will have to, let's say you're moving from being a couch potato, or someone who hasn't trained, who hasn't done gymming for a long time. What are the first two things that I'll have to look into to change? So that, because I think at the end of the day, it has to end up like a lifestyle for you to maintain it. But now, to move from my lifestyle of maybe partying and overindulging on food and whatever, what are the first two things that I might have to look at to start that journey of transitioning from totally nothing, zero interest, but now I know that maybe I need to gym, or maybe it's a medical thing, maybe it's a personal goal of mine, or whatever the reason might be. But what is that? Those two things, or even one, that I might have to look into?
Well, I always say this, even with new clients. First thing, like I've probably just mentioned as well in this interview, set the goal as early as possible. It doesn't have to be a big goal. Like you've also alluded a little bit just now, that even if it's medical reasons, put that into your mind and say to yourself, I'm going to gym, I'm going to sign up at a gym, or I'm signing up with a personal trainer, when I'm starting to train on my own. But this is the goal. It's very hard to stay motivated without the goal. Because when you're running there, you need to be thinking about what you want to do or how you want to feel.
And on that point, I know a lot of people always say, if you can get over the first 2-3 weeks, because that's the hard time, because that's when your muscles are aching, they haven't been worked for such a long time. So you start thinking, I've broken something, or I've torn something, and let me take a rest. But that rest that you're taking then is the one that's going to take you backwards.
That is true. That is not far from the truth. I know a lot of people who sign up at the gym, they left the gym in 4 weeks. Just go through the first month.
The critical time.
Yeah, like you said, with the muscles getting sore, that deters you a little bit what is happening.
Exactly.
Especially once we've passed, I believe also past 80 as well. Once we've passed a certain age, we now start thinking, did I break something? You get what I mean? So once you get through that, and what is good about gyms now, you don't even need to go to a personal trainer per se. We've got wellness consultants who are there at receptions, people who have studied 4 years in the industry.
Exactly.
So just ask a few questions if you feel like you might have broken something, because you might have, because of the inexperience of not knowing which form to use and stuff. But correctly, if you finish that month, the first month, without postponing sessions.
Yeah.
Because once you start postponing sessions and saying no, tomorrow. I mean, gyms are not that expensive as well, so you might just be like, nah, let them just keep on debiting. So go through that first month, 3 weeks or so, and then, but most importantly, put that goal in. And I always say, it doesn't have to be a big goal. Just a little bit. Even if your goal is to, I've got clients who came to me and they said, I just want to breathe a little bit better when I'm playing with my daughter.
Wow.
That's a goal.
Wow.
As soon as they realize that they can run now on a treadmill for 10 minutes and monitor their breathing, then they're like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. Following month, they have another goal. Now they can run the daughter. Now they're thinking endurance. I need more endurance. They go for it. And they start looking at their arms and saying, I would like it to be a little bit smaller. They go for it. So step by step, you get into a goal until you get to a big goal.
I had a friend say the other time, he says, when you need to go to gym, it's when, before you sit up from the couch, you start planning how you're going to sit up from the couch. it's like
that's a good one.
It's like once you start planning, okay, I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to do this, I'm going to balance like this. That's when you need to go to gym. So it's funny when you say there's people that say they want to not lose their brain when they're playing with their kids, because kids are active, right? So now when you see the kid coming towards you, you're like,
yes.
So that's when you need to go to gym.
So that your friend right there is correct.
and by the way, what's the difference between health and fitness? Why is it two words? Because a lot of us think if you're healthy, you're fit, right? I remember. I don't know where I saw this, but that you can be skinny and still have what's this thing called? What those illnesses that chronic illnesses that are mostly associated with bigger people. So I was like, how is that possible? Because we immediately assume if you're not overweight, you're fit, and if you're not overweight, you're healthy. Which is I know it might be a big topic, but what can you just give us some clarity there, Uti? What is the difference between the two? And why should people pay attention to both?
There's actually three.
I'll
just go through them. And I love it because most of my people, my followers and stuff, actually know that I have heart problems. Right? So I'm going to give that an
Who broke your
example.
No, not those heart problems.
Not those heart problems. Alright, so I was born with a heart condition.
Okay.
Now, if we say, with hearts, normally people have to be obese or they're not training enough and stuff to end up having cardiovascular kind of problems. I can sprint, I can do all those things, meaning I am fit, but I've got a chronic. Meaning I'm not necessarily 100% healthy. So just minus the health right there. Alright. Now, I've been, also people know this, I've been divorced, you also know this as well. I've been divorced as well. I went through some stress, right? My mind, so that's a third weight, which is wellness. So wellness, health, and fitness. During that time, I still had my arm, six-pack and all those things, right? I could still run and stuff. But I had a chronic health down. I was fit, Wellness was not well conditioned here and stuff. So wellness is when all the things collaborate into one. So you're feeling fit, feeling agile. At home things are going well. You feel like you can still do a lot of things. You have got that energy that is wellness. And I think most people these days they train towards that. That's why I've got this CrossFit, which gives you that wellness.
It's sort of like a rounded approach.
Because you can have someone at CrossFit with the not so interesting stomach, for example. But then they can outrun you. That is overall.
So they're happy with the stomach.
So they're happy with the stomach. I like it when you put it.